And we're back tonight with more local news. Another problem facing businessman Ricky Wong's Hong Kong television network to launch a mobile TV channel. The company has now been told by TVB that it will end the leasing of 6 transmitting stations to a China mobile subsidiary from which HKTV had acquired the mobile TV spectrum. HKTV is trying to negotiate the leasing terms with TVB and has not ruled out asking the government to intervene. But it stressed it has a solution to the technical problem and that the issue will not affect its plans to launch its mobile TV service by July the 1st. Well, staying on the subject of broadcasting, and it's full steam ahead for RTHK, which is getting ready to kick off its digital TV service on Sunday. And despite the recent setback to secure funding for a new headquarters, the station is confident that it won't affect its digital TV output. Jada Silva reports.
RTHK is entering a bold new era on Sunday when the public broadcaster launches its digital television service. The main channel is RTHK 31.
It is mainly a public affairs, education, information, art and culture, and drama channel. That means it's more or less a comprehensive TV channel service.
On Monday, all 3 of RTHK's digital TV channels will be in operation. RTHK 32 will broadcast Legislative Council meetings and government events, while RTHK 33 will feature content from state broadcasters CCTV9. RTHK says its digital TV plans will go ahead as planned despite the recent setback to its multi-billion-dollar proposal for a new headquarters.
Our program development plan of the new DTT service will not be affected, because we just launched our new DT service in the coming 13th of January.
RTHK 31 will broadcast between 5 p.m. and 1:30 a.m. on weekdays and between 12 p.m. and 1:30 a.m. on weekends. Plans to eventually broadcast 24 hours a day and to include newscasts depend on legislators agreeing to a $6.1 billion funding proposal before March 20th. If that doesn't happen, the headquarters project will have to go through another round of tendering, which would likely mean a larger budget due to inflation. RTHK moved here to its headquarters on No. 1 Broadcast Drive in 1969. Since then, it has grown substantially, both in terms of the services offered and in terms of ambition. What remains to be seen is whether legislators will be willing to free up the $6.1 billion needed to make the public broadcaster's dreams come true. Jada Silva, TVB News.
A 15-year-old boy has been given a 12-month probation order for stealing a bus in Taiwan last year. He earlier admitted to 9 charges, including taking conveyance without authority. Rachel Leung has more.
The boy had earlier pleaded guilty in connection with the June 2013 incident. The 15-year-old was sentenced at Sha Tin Magistracy today. The court heard he stole a bus to pick up a 16-year-old friend in Taiwan. In mitigation, his lawyer said the defendant has been a bus fanatic since he was 7 years old, and it has always been a dream of his to become a bus driver. He added that the defendant learned how to operate a bus from video games. A letter pleading for leniency handed in by the defendant's school claimed that his interest is to take pictures of buses. Magistrate Andrew Ma said the teenager had committed the crime out of his love for buses. But even so, he should be aware of the severity of what he did. Ma described this as a serious criminal case because the defendant had put other road users at risk. But taking into account that he pleaded guilty and that he is still young, he sentenced him to a probation order. The magistrate reminded the defendant that buses are designed to be operated by adults. He also said the boy needs to go through proper training and be licensed before joining the industry in the future. The court is now looking at the 16-year-old second defendant's psychological report, and the case will be adjourned to the 20th of this month. Rachel Leung, TVB News.
The government has been instructing retailers how to tell real $1,000 banknotes from the fakes that have recently surfaced. Still, some lawmakers say more needs to be done and are demanding the recall of all $1,000 notes of the 2003 edition. Stephanie Choi reports.
With the Lunar New Year approaching, the circulation of banknotes is expected to increase. Following the recent discovery of counterfeit $1,000 banknotes of the 2003 series, Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury, Chan Ka-keung, said the Hong Kong Monetary Authority has increased the production of the same denomination of the 2010 version.
There are the 2003 series, and if you have these notes, you can go to the bank to ask for a replacement. And if you get them from an ATM, they have been checked. They must be real. And we have also increased the knowledge of the public and also retailers.
But some lawmakers don't think this is enough.
You say they should be real. It's not helpful because when you take it to a retailer, they do not know, the retailer does not know that you have got it from an ATM. It seems this type of banknote is no good for circulation anymore in the market. The majority of retailers do not accept them. Should you really seriously think about a total withdrawal?
But Chan ruled that out, at least for the time being. He also says it isn't illegal for merchants to reject certain denominations. Still, the Monetary Authority will follow up on large retailers that insist on rejecting $1,000 bills and continue to organize educational seminars for them.
If there are large corporations which are in this situation, I think they should have the ability to differentiate between such banknotes and therefore will continue to hold these talks.
As for those who found themselves with fake $1,000 bills, the Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury says banks won't be responsible for their losses. Stephanie Choi, TVB News.
A Russian research vessel and Chinese icebreaker have broken free from heavy ice in the Antarctic. The icebreaker, the Snow Dragon, became trapped in the ice earlier while on a rescue mission. Its helicopter managed to fly 52 scientists and tourists aboard the Russian ship to safety last week. A change in wind direction yesterday loosened the ice floes around the two vessels. After 13 hours of breaking through ice, the Snow Dragon hit open water. It's now heading to the Ross Sea in Antarctica for its next mission. All right, Tony, over to you for sports.
And we've got some breaking World Cup news to start off with, and that's because FIFA now says that the 2022 World Cup in Qatar will not be played in the summer months. Meanwhile, Manchester United suffered their third loss in a row, this time to Sunderland in the first leg of their League Cup semi-final.
In the Champions League, they're only...
Manchester United were desperate to win this one against Sunderland after getting dumped out of the FA Cup and losing to Tottenham in the space of a week. But United supporters got that sinking feeling again when a free kick into the box was bundled into goal by veteran player Ryan Giggs right before the break. Nemanja Vidic levelled the score with a header less than 10 minutes into the second half.
Manchester United level!
When a tumble from Alan Johnson earned the home team a penalty, there was the sense this wasn't going to be United's day again. Sure enough, Fabio Borini scored from the spot to seal a 2-1 win and the advantage going into the return leg at Old Trafford. Manager David Moyes tried to put on a brave face, but after 3 straight defeats and a campaign on the ropes, he knows there's little time left to turn things around.
You know, if you're going to be in this job, you know, then that's what happens. You've got to win, and the last few games I've not won, going through a difficult time. As part of football management, it's never going to be an easy ride.
Next up for United, a date with their FA Cup conquerors Swansea in the Premiership this weekend.
Well, Spanish motorists have the advantage after the third stage of the Dakar Rally in South America. On the four wheels, the day belonged to Nani Roma, who drove his Mini to victory in 2 hours, 58 minutes and 52 seconds. Dakar veteran Stefan Petterhansel, and two-time defending champion as well, had a terrible day, finishing the stage more than 24 minutes behind the leader. On the bike, Spain's Joan Barreda Bor remains the man to beat. He extended his overall lead to more than 13 minutes over two of the great riders in Dakar history, Cyril Desprez and Marc Coma.
And that's the news for tonight.
Thanks for watching. Good night.
Good evening. It was mainly cloudy with rather low visibility today. And as tonight's situation chart shows, the northeast monsoon associated with a cold front is bringing significantly cooler weather to southern China. Today's temperatures range from 18.3 to 21 degrees, and the relative humidity was between 77 and 95%. Light to moderate easterly winds at first, becoming fresh northerly winds in the afternoon. The current temperature is 19 degrees Celsius, with the relative humidity standing at 80%. A trace of rainfall has been recorded since midnight. So Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow? It will be mainly cloudy tonight. Temperatures tomorrow morning will fall to around 13 degrees in the urban areas and a couple of degrees lower in the New Territories. The maximum temperature will be about 16 degrees. Tomorrow's air quality health index is forecast at moderate to very high. And the maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 4. And here's the latest global weather update. Cloudy in Shanghai and Xiamen. Cloudy in Guangzhou and Chengdu. Sunny in Beijing and Seoul, rain in Tokyo. Cloudy in Ho Chi Minh City, sunny in Manila. Thunderstorms in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, rain in Jakarta. Thunderstorms in New Delhi, sunny in Karachi and Mumbai. Rain in Cairo. Showers in Brisbane and Sydney, sunny in Melbourne. Cloudy in Toronto. Rain in Vancouver, bright in San Francisco, sunny in Los Angeles. Cloudy in London and Frankfurt, sunny in Zurich. And that's the weather. Have a lovely evening.